Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame. Yugi peoples, welcome to my first deck profile in a long time. All right, so this will be my first deck profile with the new Evil Hero support. I got to try it out since I'm not very familiar with the meta and all that different stuff. You know, it was kind of copied from an OCG deck, and I think like one of the most interesting things with this was the deck does not have a hero lives in it, and yeah, that's kind of crazy because it's a one card starter, but it also ended up only having one Stratos in it. And yeah, it's a pretty crazy deck. But you know, I went 3-1 in the first tournament. My only loss was to Crystron, and I didn't know how to play against that. And then the second time I lost to the Blue Eyes deck. I have no idea how to play against many of their decks. I did listen to YUGIOH, and I do believe I also listened to somebody else. You know, Hand Trap, where the hand trap type thing. So I kind of knew where to hit some of the decks, but not all the decks and stuff. But you know, this deck, when you go first, it kind of feels like you're winning now if you can play through a couple hand traps. And I feel like now with the new Evo Hero support, you can sometimes play through, you know, 2 or 3 hand traps depending on the cards that you draw, as long as you don't draw a bunch of one-ofs. That is one thing that still sucks about Heroes and the new Evo Hero support is it didn't fix the fact that we just have dead hands sometimes when you just lose, because I had a couple of games where I just couldn't activate and do anything because I had a bunch of one-ofs like Poly or Miracle or what was the other one, Plasma, Mally, with no way to discard it. Just bad, horrible hands sometimes, and you know that's just the life of a hero player. But the deck is 45 cards. If y'all are looking at these, look at those beautiful sleeves. But this is a combination of 2 sleeves. There's some clear Duelist Academy sleeves with the gold logo, and then the black what is it? The black katana sleeve. So yeah, it actually came out looking really nice with the border sleeves on there and stuff too. And then of course we got the Evil Hero sleeves, also very nice. All come in from Japan. Y'all know how I do. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. The only elemental heroes off of here, especially since you don't run a hero lives, you don't use a lot of Stratoses. I think he was saying like the main reason why is like cards like Fuwamos, and also over there they have Max C. You hit it, you bring it out, you play hero lives, they start drawing cards. And Mass Hero Shadow Mist is not as great as it once was to just bring them out and try to sit on Mass Change with Dark Law. Malice doesn't care about it. You know, a lot of decks just out it really easily. He's just not nearly as good as he used to be. But, you know, this was my first tournament, and I'm gonna try playing with a Hero Lives. I might even like actually try some 60 card builds and kind of see how it goes and everything. But yeah, just these 3. Stratos was okay most of the time when I drew it. I would much, but I mean, basically, he's just there to go grab this guy, right? That's what he's off in there for. And then Vision Heroes, 1 Ferris, 2 Valion, 1 Increase. This was the Vision Hero lineup. You don't need Ferris as much as you did before. Now that we have Evil Assault, and just 1 Increase. Still drew it a couple times, even with 45 card deck. And, you know, one of the main reasons why I'm thinking about going up to 60 cards, even though now, like when I drew it, it didn't hurt nearly as much as it used to, because like I said, you got other starters like Adjusted Gold and Evil Assault and stuff. So it didn't really hurt all that much. But that's it for the Vision Heroes. And of course, the Destiny Hero lineup doesn't really change too much. You got Denier, Plasma, 3 Mally. This card right here, there's Nib in the format so much. This card was horrible. It helped me one time. I never wanted to summon it because I was always afraid to get Nib. And the one time that it did work is because I had nibbed my opponent. And when it came to my turn, I had enough damage out on the board to be able to kill him without doing, you know, without summoning Plasma and doing all that stuff. So he nibbed me before we went into the battle phase. And then I was able, you know, to do some stuff to get Plasma out there and everything. But all the other times that I summoned Plasma, I got nibbed. And Most of the time, I just stopped doing it. So I'm probably gonna replace this. I didn't end up running Toxic Bubble Man, but I might replace the plasma with Toxic Bubble Man because we have so many cards to discard now. And I did find myself in a situation where I had Super Poly with no card to discard before. So maybe Toxic Bubble Man might be better, but definitely don't like plasma this format because of Nib and and then plus like so many decks just out it so easily. Like I think Raziel just does that thing where they drop the extra deck monster and negates its effect. And I played against something else and he basically just exceeded and just attacked over it. It was just it wasn't all that great. Then the evil heroes, of course, 3 Adjusted Gold, Dead Prison, Necrom, Infernal Rider, the one ofs along with the boss thing. This card was amazing. Super Poly is pretty good. I'll show y'all like what he had in the extra deck in order to make it work. Of course, Necrom, Dead Prison. I mean, not too much to say and explain about these 3 cards. Y'all have been playing with the evil hero stuff. Y'all know what it does, what it feels. Let's go with our spells. We got 3 Fusion Destiny, and then 3 Evil Assault. These are the ones that I have multiple of. Like I said, I didn't end up playing Mass Change in this list. His list had Mass Change off in there, but I just really didn't really feel like playing with it and stuff. And I can't really say that there was any game where I just missed having Dark Law. But like I said, this is like my first 2 tournaments back, so maybe it's a little bit better than what I thought. But since we don't do the combo the same way, like how we used to, either end with Dark Law and DPE or DP and Plasma if you get nibbed, since we don't do that combo the same way anymore, and you can't necessarily there's not another way to search for Mass Change, I just ended up cutting it. I didn't really miss it, I think, except for nah, because nobody really hand trapped my Stratos either, so it was just it was man. One ofs for the spell cards. These guys, Poly, Super Poly, Foolish Burial, Dark Fusion, Called by the Grave. This one's a real good 1-card starter. This one's real good. I'll show y'all the extra deck monster that he uses with it. Probably try to do do a test hand with it thing and stuff too. I hate kind of drawing these cards sometimes when I don't have anything to go with them, but I feel like this is pretty basic normal setup for most hero decks right now. Maybe not all of them are running the Dark Fusion if you're not running Infernal Rider, but if you're running Infernal Rider, then you're running Dark Fusion. So yeah, those are those cards. No reinforcement of the army, mostly because of what is it, Droll. Droll's pretty popular in this format. Then the 2 trap cards, Favorite Contact and Dark Supremacy. And that's pretty much it for the main deck hero stuff. Going second cards, I think one of the good things, or one of the things that allowed to happen without running the hero lives, was to be able to run more going second cards. I believe the main hand traps and stuff that I ran were these 3 Ash, the 2 Full Loss, and 3 Imperms. I could have ran 3 forward loss, but I really wanted to have the Ashes off in there to stop my other opponent's Mulch Armies. And then Impermanence I felt like was more important also for when Raziel brings out Abyss Dweller, because you got to be able to negate that thing. If you don't, all of our stuff kind of relies on the graveyard, your Shadow Mist, Sinister Necrom, Mally, Denier, just so many of those cards. You can't allow that card to just get activated and you just basically just lose. Then 3 droplets, same reason, mostly because of the Abyss Dweller. And then plus it's really, really good if you can, discard one of your traps, a spell, and a monster to hit 3 different cards and your opponent can't respond to it, then you're probably winning that game if you can afford to do it. 2 talents. This card was really good for when you get that first hand trap, and then you can look at your opponent's hand, get rid of that second one, and hopefully the last one, and continue on with your turn. And yeah, that was pretty much the only time I ever drew it. I don't think I ever really drew it going second. Yeah, I can't remember a time where I drew it going second, but yep. 45 cards right there. That is the lineup. Everything off in there was pretty solid. I am going to try some 60 card builds, some different things and stuff, and try it out. Then for the side deck, just listening to videos, this kind of seemed like what I wanted to do as far as my cards go, with the number of cards and stuff that I had off in there. This is what I went with, the 3 Lanciers, because I was really scared of Malice. 2 Nibs, because, yeah, Nib. Then full loss, the 1 more for when I'm going second, of course, and then Droll for whether I'm going first or second. The card was actually like pretty solid and stuff most of the tournament and everything. But yeah, depending on how the deck build ends up being, these will end up probably being main decked when I go up to like 60 cards or maybe 55 cards or something like that. But we'll see. And these 2 cards right here, this is the wrong card. I put this off of there because I was hoping to get Salesman. It was inside of his side deck for the deck profile that he did. And basically he was just like, you know, with the new, what is it, Eclipse twin thing that allows them to bring back their Raziel monster. I can't think of what his name is, but basically, you know, they can bring him back. It kind of hurts and sucks, but if you play Salesman, call Razzle, what's his name, Detonator, then, you know, whether they're bringing him back with Eclipse Twin or whatever they're doing with it and stuff, then he's just stopped. So Salesman, these need to be Salesman. I'm probably going to get it. It seemed like it might be pretty good against Blue Eyes also, because you can call out, what is it, the Blue Eyes Spirit of White Dragon, whichever one it is, that allows them to tribute him off to special summon the other one, and it negates graveyard effects and stuff. That card was like pretty effective. But yeah, Salesman will shut that off too. Shut them off, because my opponent were ending with like 2 of them on the board. So yeah, Salesman looks like it'd be pretty good there. Then 2 evenly or 3 evenly matches for, you know, those decks that set up a whole bunch of things, monsters and spells and traps and all that stuff, and you want to just, you know, get rid of a whole bunch of them. And then Solemn Strike for going first. This card was very amazing. It helped me so much. It did a lot. These did a lot. The one time I got the evenly match, it was really good too. No, there were 2 times I got the evenly match. One time it wasn't all that great because my opponent got hand trapped pretty bad also. No, I think he might drew dead. But it was the Primate Blue Eyes deck, so I'm not sure what exactly went wrong with his hand. But yeah, he didn't end up very much, and I evenly matched him. Ended up having to evenly match him twice because I opened up with 2 of them. But yeah, this card was pretty good. I like that. So yeah, that is the side deck right there. Changes and everything to be made to that as I get to actually understand the meta and how things work with it and everything. For the extra deck, we got Wake Up, Infernal Rage, of course, Sunrise, Shining Neos, the Shining Neos Wingman, and Elemental Hero, Brave Neos. Everything's pretty explanatory. A lot of the monsters are like light, like Detonator and just different things like that. So, you know, in those situations where you are summoning Stratos or Shadow Mist, or when you have, you know, maybe one of these get stuck with something like this out there, then you can super poly with their light monster and make, you know, the Shining. So it seemed like the best reasonable answer out of all of them. And then you got your Brave Neos right here. For y'all, those of y'all wondering, like part of the combo allows you to bring out Infernal Rage before, or you go Sunrise and then Infernal Rage, and then Infernal Rage, you contribute him to bring out the Brave Neos. And since he has what is it, Elemental Neos is used to summon him, you can actually use this and one of their monsters to super poly. So you super poly him, one of their monsters, and then once the Evil Lord comes out, then you're able to steal one of their other monsters also. So it essentially takes 2 monsters off their side of the board. So yeah, that's the reason why he's off in there. Then of course, 2 Evil Lords, one of these lady, she searches out, you know, your Evil Hero card things, also summon her out with Dark Fusion. There are some times where you can play around Droll in certain combos and stuff where you need that extra body inside the graveyard. You know, she helps with that also. And then the 2 Evil Hero Neos Lord, because sometimes you have to summon out the one for your combo on your turn, and then like if you're forced to, you will be able to like super poly using him and their monster to bring out your second one to steal stuff, you know, and everything. So that's just how it goes. So yeah, having 2 of them in there came pretty handy. Then just 1 Destiny Hero, Phoenix Enforcer, of course, is DPE. You know, gotta have them off in there. Then for the Link monsters, 2 Cross Crusader, Infernal Devicer, Wonder Driver, and Dread Decimator. This card didn't really do too much, but it's off in there because Droll is so popular. So I feel like, you know, sometimes you just need to be able to attack over their monsters to not allow them to have, to try to limit their options as much as possible. And that's what Dread Decimator is there for. Also, going second, sometimes you just need that little bit of extra damage that he can bring to the board, especially like if there's something in defense mode that you need to run over and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. I know I didn't go like really heavy into explanations and stuff and everything with it, but if y'all have any questions or anything, feel free to ask and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Like I would just say like the main thing is like I'm not very familiar with the meta right now, not very familiar with what cards everybody is running, not even familiar with where to hand trap, certain decks and everything and stuff. So that's the main reason why I took this deck, put it together. Wasn't expecting to do as good as I did. And since I did do pretty decently, I felt like I should share it with y'all in case y'all were looking, to change up your hero deck a little bit and look and see, what else to do with it. I did say we could try to look and see and do I'm gonna unstack all this stuff and then do a test hand and see if we can go like full combo with it. Just give me just a second. All right, let's go ahead and shuffle it up some. Probably go ahead and give it a pal shuffle since we did have everything kind of bunched off in there and everything for the purposes of the deck profile. So let's go ahead and do that right here. Then we'll look at our opening hand and see if we are indeed able to go combo. And if some of y'all do have like 60 card lists that y'all have been playing with and, have had, some kind of success with it and stuff, y'all send me those deck lists also. Even though this is going to go up on the same day as the tournament and stuff, maybe I could look at it after I got this video posted and I wake up to start getting ready for the day and stuff. Go ahead and give it a cut. Deal out the 5 cards. See what we got right here. All right, so we got a really, really good solid hand here. It's like quite a few number option of things we can do. I guess like the best thing, kind of go Stratos. We might as well go this route. We can go Stratos to go grab our Ferris, of course. And this is one of the reasons why, I was wondering why a Hero Lives was out, because this still seems like it's really good, It's one card starter, kind of. All right, so Stratos, then this card, Sinister Necrom, of course, to go ahead and get your increase down there. Increase, tribute, special, bring out your Vion. I can find Vion, and we can use Vion's effect to go ahead and dump the Mally. So Mally's down there. Then we can use Vion's effect, banish the Ferris to go ahead and grab our Polymerization. So now we have Polymerization there. Then we can go ahead and those guys into our Cross Crusader to bring out Mally. Treat the Mally to go ahead and add the Denier. Or actually, we could add Shadow Mist. Or no, we can add Denier. Denier is fine. We'll go ahead and go grab the Denier. Then after that, we could banish the Mally, special summon out Mally. So it doesn't really matter too much how you do it. Link those guys into Inferno Devicer. Goes Inferno Devicer. Then Inferno Devicer, go grab out our Neos. This card, Evil Hero Adjusted Gold to go grab Evil Assault. Then Evil Assault, discard in Denier to special summon out Dead End Prison. Dead End Prison to drop Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist to add Plasma. So now, the cards that you've added, those guys right there. Then banish the Sinister Necrom to bring out the Inferno Rider. You got Inferno Rider to search out your Dark Fusion. Dark Fusion to the hand. Then you can dark fusion these two guys off. Does it matter? No, I guess not. You can dark fusion those guys off into our evil hero lady. Then you'll use her effect to go get your dark supremacy card. And you got those. Now you can activate, where's the, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can go polymerization to fuse these two, guys right here. And that will make your Shining Neos wing, or not Shining Neos wingman, but your Sunrise to go ahead and grab your Miracle Fusion. So now you got that. So you got all that stuff right there. Then you can link, well, I guess it doesn't really matter which ones you link off. You can link off these two. Well, let's go ahead and link off those two to go ahead and make your Wonder Driver. Then you'll banish the other Mally off in here. Banish your other Mally. Oops, I'm really bad with that now. To bring out your other Mally, then you'll use the Wonder Driver's effect to reset the polymerization, which is still over here in my hand for some reason, but yeah, it should have been over there. Activate that, use those two, and you have your DPE out there. All right, so now we got that. Then you can go Miracle Fusion. You got to use the heroes of 2 different attributes. And, you know, in this case, we have Shadow Mist and Stratos. And, you know, that'll always be one that you typically have. But be careful when you banish with Vion not to hit these because you're kind of low on attributes. But these are the 2 you usually end up using. So you banish those 2 to bring out your Infernal Rage. Where is Infernal Rage at? Oh, wait, this is supposed to be DPE. DPE, then bring out your Infernal Rage. Use him to go grab your favorite contact. Then you tribute him off to bring out your Brave Neos. Then you go Infernal Rider with 4 other ones. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go 4 like that. It doesn't really matter which ones you use too much, but you know, try not to use the ones that are like that. So now, actually, we could actually still also bring out Plasma because we got the Denier in the grave also with Mally. We could tribute those off with the Wonder Driver or whatever, however you decide to do it. But as you can see, we got the Dark Supremacy, the Super Poly, and the favorite contact. With the Super Poly, like I said, you can use these 2 guys or use this guy with one of their monsters and then steal their other monster. You know, when you summon out the Evil Hero Neo Sword, then you got your favorite contact, of course, to bring out your Shining Neos Wingman, Dark Supremacy with your negates because you got the Dark Fusion off in there and the Evil Assault. So, yep, that is the combo. That was a pretty solid hand there, you know, but yeah, so. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know what y'all think and appreciate y'all. And I will catch y'all on the next visual. My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he's shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. Be on top now. Here's a look at our world.